or so.
The entire show.
Well, I listened to it and I heard it was just you two dopes, and I was like, okay, I can catch up with
that
this.
Doesn't work. So just so I understand it, if it's just Ted and I, that doesn't work.
We don't exist.
Well, it's called the real three idiots for a reason. So if there's only two idiots, then I don't know.
It's like we cancel each other out.
Ted, are you feeling bad about that? That our third idiot wouldn't even listen to the entire show?
Well, he had other fish to fry, so I don't blame him. So
I did listen to the week before show that I was on, and I did listen to the whole hour and a half of that.
There you go.
So that's...
And he spliced it out where you can only hear himself talking. He's like, oh, wait, is there a way to edit the other two guys out where I can only hear what I'm saying?
You know what? You just put that in Microsoft Copilot. You upload the show. It's like, I just want to hear myself.
Yeah.
If you could, or at the very least, cancel out Ted.
Or can we cancel out the story that Ted's already said 5 times before?
No. That needs to be reiterated many times.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I can't say that
are you looking
I
at
was
the
looking
tip
for
right now?
I was looking for current events and I can't find anything.
Ted, it's too late. The show started.
Current events.
God, you had one entire week. You had 6 days. Let's just include not today at all. You had 6 days from the time we last recorded to think about anything you wanted to say on the show.
I was trying to find something to not give a shit about later on, but there's so much stuff that I don't care about that I'm sure something will come to mind before it's all over. So.
Ted, do you want to start off with something? You don't have anything that you don't give a shit about. You're planning on not giving.
I'm planning on not giving a shit.
Things that Ted is planning on not giving a shit about. Yeah. So not something he hasn't already given a shit about. Is in the future. When will he not give a shit?
No, there's actually current stuff I don't give a shit about. Okay, here's what I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about LeBron James being traded to the 76ers at the age of 42, and he's only doing it for $8 million because he's such a hero. Because I guess if he could have gone somewhere else, they would have given him like $27 million. So they're making it sound like he's like,
I don't think he needs money.
Yeah, he doesn't need the money.
He's doing it because he wants to win a championship. Is that the idea?
Yeah. But then so the critics say, well, he's just doing it to chase a ring. But then like other people say, well, that's what he should be doing. He should be chasing a ring. I mean, obviously he's in the twilight of his career, so I don't blame him to try to go to a team where you can possibly win a championship. I do it too.
I don't want to talk about sports, but I did see one thing.
Yeah.
LeBron James has been in 10 championships, and he's only won 4.
Yeah.
So if there's ever, and I don't care how many points he scored, how many rebounds, whatever, if there's ever any question between him and Michael Jordan, just erase that.
Yep.
Just erase it immediately, and then say to yourself, he's really, really good at scoring points and rebounds and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, when push comes to shove, he gets pushed and shoved.
Yeah, and he flops a lot too.
And Jordan, I think Jordan's 6 for 6 in the finals. Yep. So I don't think they ever went to Game 7 in the finals. There's never been a Game 7.
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah.
Just we could just stop that here. But the real question is, Scott, your daughter got married.
Yes.
So I have the first question I want to ask is, at what point did you start crying? How soon?
I started to tear up a little bit during my speech.
You had to give a speech?
Oh yeah.
How long was it?
7 minutes.
That's a long time to talk. That's a long time.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't cry when you walked her down the aisle?
No.
Jeez, you have no soul whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, because there's all these people and everyone's looking at you. You can't. I don't know. It's all going so fast. Yeah. But when you're up there talking about her and when she was a baby and how she's amazing and then this guy's taking her over and she's your girl now, it starts to get a little heavy. And
7 minutes.
I'd say between 6 and 7 minutes. Yeah.
Try holding your breath for 7 minutes.
Jesus Christ! A wedding speech that's 7 minutes long. Did anyone commit suicide during the speech?
No, I actually got a lot of compliments on my speech. First of all,
that it didn't go 10 minutes longer.
That I had no notes.
I was going to say, you didn't take anything out of your pocket. You were actually reading off of something.
No.
Wow.
You impromptu'd.
It wasn't impromptu. I practiced for a long time.
And you remembered?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of important.
I'm a good speaker.
As a speech guy, I will tell you, I never go up there without my notes.
Yeah.
It's basically I start out with the whole thing written, and then I start to figure out where I can outline it.
Yep.
And just main single word points that I want to get.
And then
across.
you elaborate from those points.
Yeah. So my niece and I did at my daughter's wedding. My niece and I did.
Well, you had to give a speech.
My niece and I did it together because she had to do one. She was the maid of honor. She had to do one.
Right.
And then I had to do one.
Right.
And she didn't want to do hers. She's not really good at public speaking.
So you guys were both up there at the same time?
Yeah, so we did it together.
Like co-supporting each other.
Yeah,
interesting.
It was
okay.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Absolutely hilarious. I loved every second of it. It was short. Not short, but about 2-3 minutes, but it was very good.
Yeah.
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 It was a lot of fun.
It's
I haven't been to a wedding in forever. So, like, what do you just without going into detail? Like, what do you normally say? I want to thank the groom's family. I want to thank me for producing this woman that you're about to take over.
I don't think you want to talk about your penis
No,
and your wife's,
I
your
say
penis and your wife's vagina anywhere in there.
No,
I don't
I
think
just
you even
mentioned
want that mentioned.
My chocolate and your peanut butter. That's what I meant.
No one wants that.
it was a welcome, and it was up in northern Michigan, and it's expensive and hard to get there. So thanking everybody for showing up.
Yeah,
and
it's almost like a destination wedding.
It was,
Yeah.
and then you recognized some people, the parents, my wife, the parents of the groom, and then I got
man
in,
who's stealing your daughter.
and then I got into some stories about Jake, and a story that really emphasized the kind of man that he is. He did some really cool shit, and
when he saved that baby from the saved that baby from the burning building, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into it all about me. Our audience doesn't care about all that. And then I did a story about Abby, and some anecdotal things that made people laugh, and
There you go. Gotta have humor.
Oh yeah,
Gotta have humor.
yeah.
Can't all be a tearjerker. And then you got one more wedding coming up.
Yeah, my son is getting married in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's quite a year.
Like the 1-2
Will
punch.
you have to do another speech?
No, you know what? The father of the bride, father of the groom, has a much reduced role. I don't pay for near as much shit. I have to pay for the rehearsal dinner, which is not, cheap, but it's not like paying for the wedding like you did for the daughter.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, because because of the
Yeah,
I think
that's
yeah.
tradition, and Dom, who's the father of the bride, is amazing and very generous. And this place they're getting married in downtown is the first time I've seen it. And we were tasting all the food tonight, and it's going to be top shelf.
Are you gonna judge his speech? So when you're sitting next to your wife, okay, so the father of the bride in a couple months is gonna do it. Are you gonna look over and go, baby, I fucking blew it out of the water. This guy, not so much.
Yeah, there's always some of that. Like the father of the groom gave a speech at this wedding, which isn't tradition.
What?
I know, but he did.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, and
Did he wear a white dress too?
Is
that it?
He's got
Fuck.
crumpled paper that he's reading on, and it was really, it was kind of rough.
It was bad.
It was kind of rough.
Say it was bad. I've been to plenty of weddings where the best man's speech or the groom's speech or whatever is phenomenal, and then I've been to some where the speech is absolutely terrible. It is the worst thing I've ever heard. It's an absolute waste of time. It really is sad.
They say inappropriate things that aren't funny that they think is funny, and they make fun of somebody, and it's not funny. It's so.
It just comes off wrong, But it's one of those things like in your head you think, oh, this is funny to me, but then like when you project it to actually like real people, like in the real world,
Yeah. Oh no, it's
like a disconnect of reality.
Teddy, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Prestige worldwide.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's great, Step Brothers.
Prestige worldwide.
Prestige,
Yeah, I've seen them all, and some of them are really, really, really awful.
Man, how many weddings have you been to, man?
Yeah. Well, here I'll give you something really awful. I was cleaning up stuff after we redid the floor in the studio and everything, and I had all this stuff left over. I went through 4 years of ideas for the show. I have.
You saved that stuff?
I have notebooks and notebooks.
Really?
Of things, and now most of it is absolute garbage. I mean, absolute waste of time. You ready? Here's some of my terrible ideas things that I had written down that I'm like, how could I? Inspirational porn. How do you do? So that was listen. There were times when I would have my notebook. I'd be upstairs. I'd be drunk as fuck, and I used to have the notebook out. I'd be like, "Here's a good idea: inspirational porn."
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I like porn.
Inspires you to do some certain porn act or something? I don't know.
I don't know, but I like porn and I want to inspire people, and I thought that would be a great combination, right? Like you see, like I don't know if you ever get on. I never get on porn sites, so this is just something that
liar.
Yeah, this is just something I've heard from other people,
Right?
But there's
liar.
There's categories.
Yes,
like fetish
of course
porn,
there is.
or foot porn, or like gangbang and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought one I've never seen was inspirational porn, where you just I don't know feel good about yourself.
Did you put that in the search bar? What'd you get?
Yeah, I did.
Is it like Christian, Christian
Christian
rock? It's
porn?
like Christian rock. It's like inspirational. It's like rock, but it's not. It's like soft rock because it's Christian. So it's inspirational porn.
Some of that Christian rock is
Oh,
hard
it is,
rock.
yeah, it is.
But instead of saying like I want to bang her in the butt or I'm gonna do like 10 lines of coke, they just put the word God in there a lot.
Yeah,
and
so
Jesus.
So
I don't
just
understand
substitute.
how it works.
Yeah, just substitute really bad words with God, Jesus.
Yeah,
and
I don't understand
the
how
Holy
you
Ghost.
can fit that in there. Like when you're you're going to tear down the stage or get hammered drunk, but instead I'm going to go out and I'm going to Get God. Yeah, I don't know.
I can see inspirational porn for women, so they see some porn that inspires them to be better in bed and do different things.
Or how about just be in bed? Period. let's forget it. Let's just get you to step one, okay? Let's not worry about the other stuff later. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's warm up the oven to 200. Let's preheat the oven to 200 instead of turning it all the way up to 450. All right. So
once again, Ted making sure to offend someone right away. So we're going to start with women.
Not me.
His own wife. How about that?
Yeah. I
love dearly, by the way.
I actually contacted the Barbed Wire Fence Museum.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, neither did I.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
But I at some point in the last 4 years, I don't know when.
Barbed Wire Museum.
But on my list of things to do was to reconnect with the Barbed Wire Fence Museum to see if they wanted to be on the show. And then it's funny because I was looking at it over the last 2 weeks or so. I was just like, what would I possibly ask the Barbed Wire Fence Museum person? On my best day,
here's what I would ask.
Could I make that good?
Here's what I would ask. Okay, what's the best product you think is out there, and who actually escaped with your barbed wire product out there? So
who actually escaped?
So there was a case.
What are you talking about?
Barbed wire is for farm animals, not for humans.
Oh, I thought you meant like barbed wire, like on top of like
That's
a prison
razor
wall.
wire.
Is there?
Well, I think isn't that the same thing? I mean, isn't razor wire just a form of barbed wire? Oh, there we go. Hold on.
There's the razor wire.
We could have. We would have.
So there was a case a couple of years ago where I guess some
razor wire.
Some prisoner in some prison in Maryland, and they had it all on video. He basically scaled the wall. And he put like a blanket over the razor wire, the barbed wire, and he just escaped. Obviously, they found the guy like 2 weeks later, but
I think good quality razor wire. You
got to put like some kind of rubber thing or something.
You need like a wet blanket, like Escape from Alcatraz. Well, they tunneled through the cell. They didn't need to worry about the wire. So
I'm pretty sure he went underground. They don't put barbed wire underground. Yeah,
Are you get a Shawshank? I'm getting a Shawshank Redemption.
Out the shitter sewer.
Yeah. All right, let me get this thing started.
Wait, isn't there more like exciting things from 4 years ago? Like
I just
the tile guy or something that.
There was just a general thing. I didn't want to go on and on, but we got to get this thing started.
Okay, I'm sorry
because I have an actual read to do.
Okay,
this is the Real 3 Idiots podcast, and today in history, the paperback book was invented.
Invented?
I mean, sent out.
Okay.
Okay. Here's how. Book publisher Alan Lane was traveling back in 1935, and he wanted something to read. Okay, all the hardcover books he was kind of traveling around. All the hardcover books were too expensive, and I guess all the magazines were crap filled with things about the best bowler hats and why women who walk around with uncovered legs are whores. And he decided a cheaper book needed to be made that was easy to carry around and store. His company, which was about to go bankrupt, now he's a publisher. He had a company that was about to go bankrupt, so he figured, what the hell? And in 6 months, he had sold 1 million copies of 10 different books. They put them out in paperback form. They sold 1 million copies of these cheaper books. It was about the 15th of the price, and the rest is history.
That's pretty inspiring, actually.
Yeah, that's inspiring.
Yeah, all we need is a little porn, and we're good.
Yeah.
All right, let me do this here. When you're looking for a good movie, do you find yourself bogged down in endless algorithms and recommendation loops? Do you want more from the streaming services you already subscribe to? The Needle, a film podcast, will help you find the hidden gems buried in your digital movie haystacks. Former Forbes.com film critic Scott Phillips launched this new show to help you broaden your movie horizons and find the great films that never played your local multiplex. Check out The Needle on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and other major podcast networks.
Scott's our guy. That was
Actually, I want him to do a review of the new movie The Odyssey, which has been getting a lot of publicity lately. So
has anyone seen it?
I have not seen.
Jackson said great.
Yeah, so
Really?
I've heard a lot of good things, but then I guess like the criticism is because it's obviously supposed to be in ancient Greece. There's not like one Greek person who's actually cast as an actor. So
it's pretend.
Allegedly,
it's a movie.
Allegedly, Elon Musk is going to make a true version of the Odyssey before the end of the year. Allegedly.
You're Greek. Could you be in it? I mean, do you have to be an actor in Greek, or can you just be Greek?
Well,
or does it matter? Like if I watch gay porn and there's a bisexual in it,
okay.
Is it real?
If you recall the movie Apocalypto, where it was about the Mayan tribes, killing each other before the Spanish came to conquer them, I think Mel Gibson, who directed that movie, actually hired all Mayan.
He directed it. He's not Mayan.
No,
how did you direct it?
But he hired all local Mayan people who spoke the local language. So obviously it's like Ben Affleck as the lead character in Apocalypto. Yeah, it just wouldn't work like a 6'4" white guy. Yeah, so why don't you just hire somebody who's actually historically accurate. Is all I'm saying.
For a person who watches 0 movies, this is the hill that you want to die.
Why don't you just hire Lil Wayne as whoever?
He's single, you know.
I thought you were going to get onto it because there's probably a ton of AI in it. Because there's all
I
these.
haven't seen the movie. I can't judge it.
My guess is that there's.
It's not AI. It's special effects.
Oh,
See
I'm
the
sorry.
difference?
I'm sorry.
You see how I said special effects? That was completely different than AI.
Supposedly,
I don't know.
Supposedly, they shot this movie all on IMAX. So whatever it is, they had like I guess James Cameron, whoever directed it, had like a special box where he could only shoot it like for 7 minutes at a time because it's like cutting edge the way he shot it. It was just like it all in like an IMAX film.
Yeah, I guess it's actually in 4D.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is one you want to see in a theater.
Yeah, for sure.
It probably is something. Yeah. Now 4D is synchronized with environmental effects like motion seats, wind, water sense, and strobe lighting.
Yeah.
But there's only a few actual 4D movie theaters.
Right, because it's like I was at Disney one time and there was a 4D in it.
Yes.
There was a grasshopper that farted and all of a sudden you could smell a fart or some weird smell and it came out of somewhere and I was like, ooh.
I mean,
then,
I
they had a couple things like that. It was a lot of fun.
yeah.
I would love to see the Odyssey in 4D in a movie, but I'd still say, hey, there's Matt Damon and he's just wearing a beard and he lost some weight because he's not a Greek guy. It's just Matt Damon. He's a white dude.
So if we found out that Matt Damon had any Greek in him at all, then that would be more believable that it's Matt Damon because he's Greek.
Well, that's like saying Elizabeth Warren is 1,000th Cherokee Indian.
Okay, so okay.
What's your point,
Ted? If a woman is playing a movie and it's a movie about a serial killer, but she's not really a serial killer, right. She's never really killed anyone.
Well, obviously,
can she do a believable job?
Obviously, Charisse.
This is such a
Theron.
stupid
No, it's just a stupid fucking thing.
No,
it's a pretend
event. No, but
it's a pretend made up book using pretend made up people to pretend and tell
Charisse Theron when she played
Eileen,
when she played Eileen Wuornos, the serial killer
she
from
went
Florida,
around and killed like 10 different people.
And they did a hell of a makeup job. She actually looked like Eileen.
She never
Wuornos.
killed anybody, so
I know that.
Not really believable.
Right.
All I thought was it's Charlize Theron in really unattractive. You've made an incredibly attractive woman incredibly unattractive. Yeah, that seems impossible.
Right.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
That was believable.
All right, question. Cheez-Its has teamed up with Coors Light to create beer Cheez-Its. Would you try that?
Do you like farting?
Doesn't sound appealing to me.
It's supposed to be like, you know how like you ever heard of beer cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be beer cheese.
Maybe. Now that you put it that way.
Is it like a beer brat? I've tried a beer brat.
No. It's not a beer
you've
brat.
never had beer cheese soup or anything like that?
No.
They have beer cheese. We get it up in Michigan all the time, and you use crackers, and it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. So I guess there it is. I'm not. I absolutely dislike Cheez-Its and Goldfish crackers. I don't like cheesy crackers at all.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Not my thing at all.
But actually, corn nuts are good. When
Nope, do not like those either.
Yeah, but they were kind of addictive. Like
do not like.
There's
them.
some semi-spicy corn nuts.
Like
I'm not going to lie. When you're kind of hungry and you just want something, it's like
I know I'm not Greek,
that bad.
but I don't have to like corn nuts.
No, corn nuts I don't like. Cheez-Its,
Yeah.
Goldfish,
Yeah. I could just go my whole life. I mean, I can barely tolerate Doritos unless I've got a couple of beers.
So you want to hear one?
Now you're crossing the line.
How about one Greek joke?
Oh God.
One Greek joke.
No. I know the one you're going to tell.
So
Please
years
don't
ago,
offend people.
So years ago, it's okay. I'm part Greek. So years ago, I used to bowl on a league. I used to bowl on a league at Beverly Lanes out in Arlington Heights. So it was just me and my buddy, and then we just got paired up with 3 random guys, because we didn't have enough for a full team, so it was a 4-man team. And so one of the guys on our team, he was a Greek guy. He was full Greek. He was a little mentally slow, great guy, nice guy. But we would tell him the same joke every week. How do you separate the men from the boys in Greece? And we would say, with a crowbar. And after about week 8, he's like, he goes, don't speak bad about the Greeks.
Oh, look at that! You offended slow people. Excellent, Ted.
And Greeks.
No, he got it. He got
I'm
it.
gonna guess that's
and bowlers.
80%.
Hey, we carried his sorry ass for the whole season, so he owes us an apology.
Yeah, that's about 80% of our listeners, just so you know. Oh, and I'm going to blow your mind. Something I did not know. Stroh's beer still exists.
Wait, I thought you said they shut down.
Nope. Stroh's beer still exists.
Wait, what was the beer that closed?
Hams?
No, you said it was Stroh's.
No, not Stroh's. What closed down?
Not Hams.
No, what was the we just talked about? It was the last one. Schlitz.
Oh, Schlitz. Wait,
I think
there's Schlitz malt liquor.
I don't know. One of them closed down. I don't remember
Come
what
on,
the fucking
man.
beer was. I
get
have
rid
no
of
idea.
Schlitz malt liquor.
Stroh's? Is it
still
from Detroit,
exists.
right?
Pabst owns it.
I know, but I think it was brewed in Detroit.
Yeah,
I think it was a Detroit beer.
The thing I remember, the thing made me laugh is Shitty Pabst owns Shitty Stroh's. But I haven't had a Stroh's beer in 40 years.
But you know what somebody has because it still exists.
But
Pabst is good shit, man. What are you talking about? PBR is numero uno. That's usually the beer I have drinking on the show.
When you go to these,
feel free to go to the fridge and grab
I might take you up
so
on
when
that,
you go to
thanks.
these trendy bars now, like in Bucktown or Wicker Park, they serve PBR and they market it as a high end beer.
Yeah, it's the tall boy is the best, man.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good shit.
No, it is. It is not. It is. I mean, I decided that if I had to, like if I was like, I just got to drink, I would drink Pabst. But there's no way I'm drinking.
Well, we're talking about post ketamine injection. That's when Pabst, you get a taste for Pabst, right?
Pabst Stone Stroh's.
When you
Okay.
when you macro dose on ketamine, that's when you want to. When you need
Macro
a Pabst.
dose.
Not micro dose, macro dose.
I'm imagining that if ketamine got anywhere near me, the last thing I would be doing is, I don't know, able to lift a beer to my mouth and
Yeah,
do
you probably wouldn't want
anything.
more. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want more.
Yeah, no way. All right, Teddy, we got some serious feedback about Tedland. Remember we mentioned that? We mentioned a amusement park, and I had mentioned the Tedland, an amusement park.
That's a couple shows ago, right?
I think it was last week. Wasn't it?
God,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
right.
it was last week.
I didn't listen to the whole
I
show.
vaguely recall it.
Yes. And I said that, I said, this could actually work. Well, some of our listeners had some ideas that they thought would work for Tedland. Okay. Rico in Caracas, Venezuela. And I just want to say, Rico, I hope you're doing well with the earthquakes and everything.
Yeah, stay safe,
Yep,
brother.
yep,
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe. Asked if there was going to be one ride and people would just go on it over and over again. Rico, you hit
That's
a goddamn
pretty-
home run with that.
That's a long time listener.
Or like
right
or like the mob. How about just a one way ride? Just you don't come back.
That, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. Scarlett in Dallas, Texas asked if people had to be checked to make sure they were drunk before they entered.
If you're not drunk, please stand over there and drink more before you're allowed in.
That'd be great. We have beer, we have alcohol, we have a bar set up before you come in. After you're in, no.
You have to
gotta get
blow at least a .08 before you can get in.
Oh my god.
That's another homer.
Oh, and Maeve from Toronto, Ontario had my favorite suggestion. She said, will there be a movie theater playing I Spit on Your Grave and My Dinner with Andre over and over again?
And you can't be over 5.
And there's no psychotherapy available afterwards, by the way. So you're on your own.
Oh my god, that's the kiddie theater. What are they showing? Oh, don't worry about it.
I
It's
spit
fine.
on your grave.
It's perfect. Oh man, I will tell you
It's a
this.
matinee.
Yeah. I seriously love our listeners. I do. I seriously
Those
love
are
them.
some longtime listeners because that's all old Ted shit. I love it.
That is all.
So there was a
old
movie
Ted
years
shit.
ago, and I actually tried to find the poster because there's always a poster for the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It was called "I Come in Peace," and there was one with Dolph
yeah.
Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't. It was something else, and it must have been a variation, but it shows like 4 guys, obviously in like pigskin masks with like butcher knives at the door. When it's raining, it's almost like the Purge type thing where they're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And the movie's called "I Come in Peace." Obviously, assume it's the complete opposite of that.
Yeah,
but
they don't come in peace.
I couldn't figure out what that movie is, so I'm still searching for that.
I will look that up once I get started on this. Teddy, we have to do your tip.
Yep.
Okay. Did you read the tip?
I did.
Scott, in your zeal of all the things you were doing with your daughter's wedding and your golf trip, did you see the tip ahead of time?
I breezed through it before I came here, so I'm unusually unprepared for this,
Well,
but I can catch up. real
That's
quick.
all right.
It's
I mean,
Ted's tip.
Yeah,
It's not
Ted-
Scott's
no,
tip.
I just want to know,
I know.
if he listened to it. Ted's Tips is sponsored by Lego. After the overwhelming response from the Serial Killers Lego collection, Lego is stepping up their game with their new mass shooting Lego sets. Relive your favorite mass shootings by building them with exquisitely designed and crafted Lego blocks. If you love school shootings, then the Columbine and Sandy Hook sets are just what you're looking for. Did you enjoy the glitz and glamour of LA? Then the 2017 Las Vegas set is right up your alley. Whether it's immigrants, religion, or just a trip to the convenience store, you can build them and remember the good times. They are all available at your local Lego stores or online at LEGO stores/FamilyFun/mass shooters.
So real quick, before you go into the tip, that reminds me. So Lindsey Graham, who was the senator from South Carolina, who's a big Trump advocate, who passed away, I think, in the last couple of weeks of a heart attack. You know him. Obviously, he's actually he was supposed to be on Meet the Press, I think, that following Sunday. But there was a thing. There was
1 week too late.
Yeah, but there was a thing like in the press that said, "Boy, Washington forgot about him so fast. You think he died in a school shooting because they moved on past him so quick. Because I think they already got his sister to like take his place. Obviously, she's not qualified to be a U.S. senator, but his sister's going to serve out his term.
How much longer
as
does he
senator.
got?
I don't know. It's a six. Oh, it's a six.
Oh, it's midterms coming up.
Yeah, it's usually a 6-year term.
It's a ceremonial
usually a 6-year
move.
term. Yeah, but the point is, it's like getting me to be the senator of South Carolina. You just like plugging me in there.
That would be a disaster.
Damn it, did we miss out on this? Okay, wait a minute. Who's the guy that Mitch McConnell? He's basically dead.
No, it's like
Hold
Weekend
on.
at Bernie's.
I'm
It's like a
gonna
Weekend
send
at Bernie's scenario.
If he goes, I'm going to send some emails and see if we can't get you put in his place.
Oh, by the way, he's a senator from Kentucky.
Yes, he is.
This is where our tip's coming from.
It all ties together.
But here's a good example. Why doesn't he just retire? I mean, obviously he's ill. He's 85 years old. He's been there for 30, 40 years. It's going to be the same thing where he's going to die in office. They're going to replace his ass.
He doesn't have a sister,
right? But
what will happen?
But that's why the Supreme Court
His
got fucked.
girlfriend will take his place.
So if you remember, Supreme Court justices are appointed for life. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was a champion of women's rights, 87 years old, 90,
No,
whatever
we're not
she was.
doing this.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Dies of cancer.
Please
Could have
stop.
retired.
Jesus Christ, please stop.
Didn't leave.
Yeah, so
This is
some
me
people. That's why they call them
begging
career
you
politicians.
To stop
Coulda left.
with this.
Okay,
Excellent.
let's get to the tip.
Okay, Ted. Oh, boy, you ranted. You ranted up nice.
That
Right
was
there.
good.
All right, here we go.
I'm done now.
It's
Ted.
called venting.
Yeah. Ted, I need your help. My sister, whom I love dearly, is having a baby in November, and I couldn't be more excited to be an uncle. Unfortunately, her and her husband are a little bit eccentric. They are throwing around names for their first, and I feel like I need to say something. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm going to try to do this without laughing. A few of the names are Tallulah, Burdella, and this one is the showstopper, Trixie Belle. I really want to tell them what a terrible idea it is to give their daughter such an odd name. Can I say anything? Rick, 30, Owensboro, Kentucky. Now, he adds, before you say something demeaning about Kentucky, you need to come down for our Groove on the Green Festival in September. It's a music fest with soul, R&B, blues, and funk music. Right up your guys' alley. Come visit, and all the drinks are on me. He is writing checks his body can't cash.
I was going to say that's a big commitment.
I was going to say, hey, brother, I've always loved Kentucky, so these guys don't speak on my behalf. I'm a Kentucky fan.
Yeah.
FYI.
I guarantee you'll change your mind about Kentucky.
Don't have to. I always love Kentucky.
He's mostly talking to me. I'm assuming because I get to pick these.
Yeah.
He's absolutely talking to me and Scott.
Yep.
That Kentucky is full of whatever you
I
think
love
it is.
Kentucky.
I will not say anything bad during this show, Rick. I will not say anything bad about Kentucky. Okay, Teddy, Rick's sister and her husband want to give their daughter. I'm just going to go through these again. Tallulah, Burdella, Trixie Belle.
Yeah,
Help
man.
him. Can he say something?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, they need a little intervention. Okay, it's cool that two kind of eccentric, which is code for weird people, I guess, found each other. Now they're going to and now they're going to procreate, which obviously that's what the birds and the bees are for. Yeah, here's the bottom line: if you're a celebrity with limited money, you can get away with giving weird names to your kid, right? Like I think Cher named her kids, weird names, like whatever. Madonna and any rich person. If you're uncancelable, you can name your kid whatever you want. But if you're just like an average person in the world, where these people have to go to like a regular public school and be subjected to the public, grammar school, high school, college, I would implore you to at least try to tell your dear sister that. Why don't you just give here's a compromise. Give your daughter, obviously the sex of the kid, give your daughter just a conventional name, and then make the weird name the middle name. Give whatever weird name for the middle name, but because you don't want that social stigma or the bullying. Because I guarantee you, or even jobs in the future, because the studies have shown that if you have a weird like ethnic name, that scares a lot of people away. I know it sounds cool in theory.
Hold. We just heard that part. A weird ethnic name.
or whatever.
Let's
or just
not go there, Teddy, please.
Or just like a weird, like a weird name, or just like a weird,
weird
like a weird name. Just if you have like a weird name, people get spooked by that. So why don't you do this? Why don't you just Google the top 10 girl names in 2026, like Elizabeth, Rachel, just something, Emma, something safe, something boring,
and then give her a goofy.
and then give her
Emma Trixie Bell.
Emma Trixie Bell, yeah. And then if she wants to use that name in the future, she has the option.
And she will not. She will never want to do that.
Or Plan B would be if you can't talk her into it and she gets the weird name. Maybe when the girl becomes of age, assuming you still have a relationship with her, you tell her, hey, you could legally change your name
because you fucked her life up so bad by calling her Tallulah.
Yeah, you can legally change your name, unless you want to end up like Tommy Lee and start injecting whiskey into you because when your heroin runs out, or you could do that, or that could be your future too, or have multiple tattoos.
Ted, how you ended up throwing that little bit that I know you wanted to say.
I was going to say
into,
I had to sneak that in there.
Into a goofy name thing is beyond my ability.
Because studies have shown that, I think kids with...
Studies have shown
Ted,
that...
Stay away from...
Sweeping generalizations.
No, studies have shown that, if you just have just a weird, name that's just way off the grid, I get it. It's funny. It's cool to you because whatever weird shit you believe in, that's great. But I'm saying when you're in the mysterious beyond with the general population, that could get frowned upon. Not with everybody, but enough to make an impact in the kid's life. So why would you want to give your kid a disadvantage in life?
Calling your kid Chardonnay.
Yeah,
Birdella is the one that really Birdella. Birdella.
Yeah, or unless your kid's like a championship athlete, like remember Clinton Dix or Kool-Aid McKinstry. Yeah,
but those are nicknames. I don't think those are God-given names, right?
I think that they are their name.
Wait.
Clinton Dix.
Is Kool-Aid McKinstry's real name Kool-Aid? Because
there's got to be nicknames or
I would hope so.
Gotta be,
but assuming you have a weird name, and if you're like a top athlete and you're making unlimited money,
his real name is Quincy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What about
I'm looking that up right now. Clinton Dix.
I remember, and they're from the Packers,
right? Nope. Of course.
Hashan, Trayshawn, Dick, Clinton Dix.
Okay.
So his first name is Hayshawn, his middle name is Trayshawn, and then his nickname is Ha Ha.
Right.
So that's.
His middle name is Ha Ha.
His nickname is Ha Ha.
Oh, so the bottom line, the better you are for in life, like on the socioeconomic scale, the more money you have. Yeah, you could do all the weird shit you want because there's no repercussions. You can walk away from any situation. But
I don't think so. I think when famous people give their kids fucked up names, it almost assures that they will be fucked up individuals later on.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but I'm saying when you have unlimited money, though, at least it kind of dampens the blow versus if you're just kind of a nobody in the world and you have to rely on like your boss and you're making
Birdella.
You know what the problem is? And no offense to anyone out there, if there's one listener whose name is Birdella or middle name or anything like that, it's an ugly girl's name, man. That's an ugly girl's name.
Bird. You just think of bird face, bird nose.
You got Ethel.
People can be cruel. Kids are exactly. So think about how cruel kids are. Like not even like grade school. Like once you kind of get up there, middle school, especially high school. High school's got to be the worst. Yeah, they're the worst. Yeah. So just to avoid the whole bullying thing, just think a little bit ahead. You'll think. Yeah, but I like that as the middle
name. Yeah.
I did not think that you would come up with an actual good answer to this, but I love the idea of giving her a goofy ass middle name.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best end result there. But at the end of the day, can I say anything? You got to say something. It's your sister.
It's your sister.
You can say something.
You can say something. It's your sister. I can say something. Yeah.
Are you serious?
So how do you say it jokingly? Like, oh, you're going to give her a fucked up name like that?
No, it's are you serious? Are you really considering giving your daughter the name Birdella and with the straight face? Like, are you serious? And they got to say like, yeah, what's wrong with it? You'd be like, okay.
Everything? If there's 100 things that can be right with it, 99 are wrong with it.
Or if they're adamant about it, at least have them give the daughter like a normal middle, like kind of a quote unquote normal traditional middle name. So she could at least use the middle name in substitute of her first name if she has to, if the social stigma becomes too much. Because it might not be. I don't know. Maybe times are changing.
No. A girl named Birdella,
yeah,
when you get to high school, is going to be wearing oversized sweaters. She's going to have goofy shit in her hair all the time. She's going to wear like flat shoes and skirts every day and have colored hair. She's going to just be weird.
Yeah. I just want to know how many tattoos she's going to have by the age of 22. That's what I really want to know.
Yeah, she's just going to be a weird
Over and
kid.
under is 5.
Yeah. And if you bet on the under, you're going to lose to everyone who took the over.
Okay.
I just don't know what's motivating parents to name their kids these names that are just... What was the one Beyonce and Jay-Z named their kid Blue Velvet?
Northwest. There was like Northwest.
No way.
Yeah.
I think it's Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
blue velvet.
Yeah, and
No, I think Kim
Northwest is
Kim Kardashian, and Kanye West. Yeah, but like I said, he's a billionaire, so that's why I'm saying like if you give your kid a weird name, or like what's Will Smith's kids? They got some weird ass
Blue
names.
Ivy.
It's Blue Ivy.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry,
the point
yeah.
is. But the point is, I guess when you're like got unlimited money, you exist in this little bubble, right? You exist in a bubble, so you don't actually deal with the general population, right? Because you live among other celebrities who give you positive reinforcement. It's like a doom loop, right? So you're uncancelable. You're not gonna get fired from like a $30 an hour job, right? You're already a billionaire, right?
Listen to these names: Blue Ivy, Rumi,
of course it's
like
stupid.
RUMI, and Sir.
SIR?
SIR.
Yeah.
That's the name, sir.
I get it. You're going to be around. You're only going to be around other wealthy people. You're absolutely right. I can see this.
Private boarding schools.
But just have a goddamn normal name. Not again. I like Teddy's idea. Something normal and then something crazy, or something crazy and maybe a middle name where you can just say, you know what, I know who my mom and dad are. Okay, my mom's super hot. I get that. My dad's awesome at singing. Right? Mom and dad are both. But I just like to be called like Sir Gary. And just call me Gary.
How about
I just feel like Gary is the way I want to go with this.
Here's my analogy. If I wanted to get like the weirdest tattoo ever, like a very incendiary tattoo, and I had to have that tattoo for whatever personal reasons I needed, I would get it, but kind of have it hidden. And then if I wanted to show it to you, like, hey, Scott, look at this.
Right.
But then if I didn't want to see it, you wouldn't see it, right? Hey, look at this, though. I got this cool tattoo. This is what I'm really about. But if it's a bad idea.
I was just thinking how many times I've ever seen you with your shirt off.
Never?
I think I have. I think I have. Yeah.
I got to lose some dad bod, obviously. So.
I'm not judging your body. I'm just saying that
there's
a
some
couple
white
times,
skin under there.
Yeah. So Teddy and I.
I'm officially skinny fat now.
Teddy and I have gone on enough vacations where I have.
I had no choice.
Yeah, you sharing a room or something like that. You come out of the shower.
I just stepped out of the shower, Scott, and for some reason there was a pair of binoculars and night vision goggles. I'm like, what's going on here?
Man had a camera on a tripod. I don't know what that's all about.
I couldn't find my towel.
I keep telling Ted, I'm like, take all your clothes into the shower with you so you can change in the
So I
bathroom.
just stretched out.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my towel. My clothes were gone. There's a camera and a tripod. I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh my god. Oh my God! You know what? And that's about the. You know what? That's some of the scariest part about traveling with Ted is you just there'd be a situation that comes up, and somehow you're always terrified that you and him, for some reason, one of you will be naked, and you'll both be in the same room together.
Did I ever tell you the naked story?
No.
Oh.
No.
The naked roommate story in the Air Force?
No.
Oh, we're not doing that? Okay.
No.
All right.
We're absolutely.
Let's save that for another time. Sounds interesting.
I'll tell you
Let's
some
save
other
that for never.
That's a real story, by the way.
So my nephew had his bachelor party last weekend.
Yeah, I heard. Where was that at?
It was in St. Charles. Oh.
So this is Jackie's son?
Yeah. Yeah, my godson. And his bachelor party, and we definitely on Friday, I only went to one day. The second day was just all day drinking. That was not going to happen.
So you just hung out, made an appearance, and
we
said
did
hi
a
to all
little
the guys.
golfing, went to the bar and stuff.
Right.
The first bar we went to after the what do you call it? After where we ate was a dive bar. We definitely went to a dive bar.
And what did this dive bar look like, according to?
What makes it a dive
It
bar?
had everything.
Okay,
it had everything you need. Number one. The flooring had never been replaced. You could see, like, up against the walls where the chairs and stuff were, what the color of the original floor was.
Cool.
But in the walking places, just worn down to absolute nothing.
So was it carpeted or what was it?
No,
tile?
just tile. Just shitty tile from I'm guessing from whenever it was made, 1960.
Nice asbestos tile, so you're breathing in some nice stuff.
It was rubbed down so much that all the asbestos is out. It's all gone.
Savor like a fine wine.
You know how sometimes they take dollar bills and put them on the walls, like these were stapled to the ceiling.
Nice.
Right?
I like that. Okay.
A bartender that somewhat paid attention, which is what CJ talked about, and then left every 10 minutes for a smoke break.
That's good.
So
it's all about them.
you had to time your drink for when he wasn't on a smoke break.
Yep. You look up and she's gone.
Oh, it was a girl.
And was it just one bartender?
One bartender.
Of course.
It wasn't that big of a bar. And when we walked in, she was already outside.
Was she like a middle-aged, an average middle-aged woman?
I was going to say 45 to 50.
That's middle-aged.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That is not how life works. That is not. 50 is well past middle age. And then this is the best part. And I was standing around with Jackson was there, my son-in-law, a couple other guys we were hanging out with at the time. There's like 20 of us. Beer signs, and from beers that most of the 30-year-olds had never heard of.
That's the cool stuff. I like that part.
Yeah.
She's taking some pictures.
Blatz.
Blatz. I remember Blatz.
Blatz.
That was in Canada, right? Or am I thinking of
No, that's American
Yo,
beer.
Blatz. I haven't heard that name yet.
America. Orange America.
Yep. That's. I mean.
I haven't heard Blatz in years.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. That's where we got Stroh's from. My son and my nephew look over and go, Stroh's. What's that? I'm like, that's a beer. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it's a beer. Look, it's a beer sign, man. We're in a bar. And then I'm like, but I don't think it. I go, I haven't seen it in forever. It's gone. Jackson looked it up. Nope. Still make it.
No shit.
If I had a bar, I would only serve Mickey's Big Mouth, Schlitz Malt Liquor, and Old English 800.
Old English 800 or Colt 45.
Colt 45.
That's Teddy, and that's why you will never, ever, ever own a bar for more than 10 minutes. Yeah, because
Maybe.
no one will go.
Maybe.
Absolutely no one will go.
Maybe.
All right. When I heard this, I absolutely freaked out. This is how you know that we live a different life than a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
One of the kids I work with at the golf course, he's going to be a senior in high school. Okay. He's a pilot.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
He's a certified pilot.
Certified
At 18.
pilot. He can fly an airplane by himself.
Really?
Yes.
Sounds like a very disciplined, dedicated young man.
Yeah, because you need some
He's
hours, right?
He's
You
a
need-
pretty nice kid.
But you need some
I
hours,
gotta- I
right?
gotta
You
be
have
honest.
like
Yeah.
hundreds of hours to get your certified pilot's license.
So
yeah.
and it costs money.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
for
cheap.
sure.
Yeah, it's like skiing
Yeah.
lessons, right? It's not free, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, if you're good at skiing, you spend money.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
spend seriously money. And this is what he did last week. Okay? This is what he told me. I'm like, hey, man, I hadn't seen him in a couple weeks. I'm like, hey, what'd you do last week? This is what he said. For $1,400, he rented an airplane, and he flew him and his buddy to Indianapolis from Chicago. It's about 200 miles. He flew him there. It takes about 45 minutes. They stayed there overnight and then flew back the next day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
I didn't know you
fucking-
could. I didn't know you could even rent a plane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he said, it's a very common thing. So him and his teenage buddy rented a plane.
And he's not even old enough to drink.
He's not old enough to drink.
Well, I know. I know. I never amounted to anything like because I think it was a couple of years ago. I was in Arizona, and we visited the son of a friend of the family. And this guy was 26 years old. He had a PhD. He worked for Intel. He owned a house that was worth $450,000, and he was cooking us this barbecue. I'm like, this guy's like a rock star. This guy could do everything. I'm like, at 27, I couldn't even find my own ass.
Why was
You
he
were going to say dick.
Christ.
You know how
Why-
close
Well,
he was?
that- well,
Did you hear
that
that
was-
pause, everybody? He was like, dick.
Dick. Yeah, that too. I'm like, wow. I was like, I was just
why
like
is this kid
starstruck.
working at the golf course?
I have no idea. I guess so
Free-
that
free golf?
his parents make him do it so they can give him $1,400. Now, well, here, let's go over a couple of things. This is all the things that are wrong with this. Number one, I don't know anyone now that would trust me with an airplane. I am 59 years old.
You?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
There
No,
is-
I'm- there's-
even
no.
if I was a pilot, which I just find impossible to even imagine I could ever do that. I can't imagine anybody saying, "Yeah, $1,400." No, not you. No, just no.
Mm-hmm.
I got $1,400. Here you go. Nope. I'm not giving you a plane. You look like a fuck up. So that's number one. Number two, I could not imagine letting my son and his friend get in a plane and fly themselves somewhere in high school. I love my son. My daughter, I'm not letting any of my kids, 17 years old, fly a goddamn plane anywhere by themselves.
You're letting a 16-year-old kid drive a car. I know it's not the exact same thing, but
That
I mean,
is the
if he's
exact
really
opposite.
if he's really trained and he's passed all the certifications and everything, I'd safer than driving a car.
So this is a story about a month ago. I guess some student pilot was in the plane with his instructor, and the instructor jumped out of the plane, committed suicide, and the kid. No, this is true. This is true. And the kid was able to land the plane on his own, and he was just a trainee. I don't know how much experience
What
he
a
had.
jag-off.
But that's insane, right? That actually happened. That really happened in the last month or
So
two.
at least he didn't drive the plane into the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he just jumped out of the plane. so,
Yeah, but still.
getting over the shock of just seeing that, and now you're in the plane by yourself. He somehow
Takes
got
off
his
the
wits about him,
headphones, opens the door,
and was able to just
jumps
safely
out.
land the plane.
That's
That's
pretty-
insane, right?
It's pretty
is
intense.
possibly one of the cruelest things you could do to a human being. I mean, he basically was almost. I mean, he might as well just crash the plane. I know the kid landed it.
Yeah.
The person landed it. But, I mean, you're basically killing two people just because you want to jump out of a fucking plane. Why don't you just rent the plane and just jump out and let the plane crash?
I'll give you
Or
the-
just crash the plane into a mountain or
Yeah.
something.
I'll sell you the $1,400. You can rent a plane and go crash it. So,
That is
You're gonna lend Matt $1,400 so he
Yeah.
can crash his own plane. Okay.
with nobody in it. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That is.
So that was like national news within the last like month or two. Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that. I feel like that is absolutely something that I would have looked up and seen.
There's some really nasty shit in the headlines right now.
Every
it's just
every
terrible.
day there's just some weird people. I mean, think actually just this the weekend, some guy in the Fox Lake, which I've been to back in the
Yes,
past.
this is one of them.
Yeah. So this guy who's an executive at some company, he's like a somebody. He's got a big boat and he drives the boat too fast and he drives it over a smaller boat, and the woman in the boat that he drives over gets decapitated and he gets arrested for DUI. He like blew a .25. You know,
he was
so he's in a
like-
shitload of trouble. You know, so
Yeah, my
Two-
wife and I were talking about that
and
story.
this is 2 p.m. on a Sunday
on
or,
Fox
or,
Lake.
or-
on
yeah,
Fox Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And her husband, who was sitting right next to her, is in critical condition.
Okay. Yeah.
They said the boat was going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, they just said it was going full throttle. I think it was going through like some narrow inlet where
So that's insanely fast for a boat. That's
And he hit the shore, and then he ejected into a tree.
Yeah. He was okay, of course.
I mean, it's hard to get a boat up to 80 miles an hour.
I don't know how. I don't. I've never driven a boat, but I don't know how
Fritzy's
fast they
big
go.
ass pontoon boat,
Pontoon,
I
yeah.
think, can only go like 50, and that's
still
got
pretty
like
fast.
a 200 horse.
It was
yeah,
it was a
still pretty
30-foot pontoon boat, so maybe 80 is not
Oh,
the
30
accurate
foot?
number.
No, I think
Yeah.
I read it was like a 45-foot boat or something. It was
big.
something big. It was something real big, and it was a lot bigger than the boat
I
they
guess
ran
if
over.
you had two giant ass engines, but that's really fast.
But obviously he was drunk and going at full. They just said he hit it at full throttle, going through some narrow inlet, and I guess he just went right over the boat that was in front, because that boat was in front of him.
But they were parked on the shore. They were chilling out on a fucking
I
Sunday,
didn't even know that.
chilling
Oh, I
out,
didn't know
having a
that.
beer on
Yeah.
their pontoon boat, and
Yeah.
the boat just clipped her head right off.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that
and
was
then they
nasty.
show the police looking for the head in the water. They had like poles looking for the head in the water. That's fucked up, man.
Because you needed the head.
Yes.
What the fuck you need? I mean,
Yes.
you just didn't want to leave it there.
Yes.
Well, you don't want that shit like bobbing up
Okay,
in the
so is
surface.
that-
You don't want it
So-
floating down. Some guy pulls it in when he's fishing for carp. I don't know.
So wait, if you're a water cop, are you like the lowest man on the totem pole?
I think it's called the Coast Guard.
Call up Chuck. Why? He's got to go look for the head.
Well, don't we play golf with some guys who do the recovery? They recover like bodies from wherever they recover them from, like bodies that fall. How many people that they find in Lake Michigan every year? Just just random people.
We play golf with guys who look for dead bodies.
I thought there was one guy in our group who does that. He kind of. I don't know the guy's name, but I just thought because it's some cops.
Oh,
so I
that
just-
guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
We
The
know
guy
that
was
guy.
all fucked up. The guy was named Bedelia.
Amelia.
Amelia Bedelia.
Tallulah Bedelia.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here,
Burdella.
Speaking of drinking, here a few years ago there was a Good Samaritan in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Been there a bunch of times.
Okay, he saw an accident. He's with his family, and he pulls over to help with what's going on in the accident. Okay, the cops show up, and a police officer asks him if he's been drinking.
The Good Samaritan
The
guy.
Good Samaritan?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So his family's in the car. His family's in his car. He gets out. He helps out. Leaves them there. Whatever happens. The cops get there. He asks him, "Have you been drinking?" And the guy said, "Oh yeah, I had 2 beers, long time ago. So don't worry about it."
Mistake number one.
Yep. Never
Well,
admit that.
here's what happens. The cop says, "You're under arrest for DUI," because he drove there, and the guy is like, "No, don't worry about it." He goes, his wife's freaking out. He says, "Don't worry about it. I got it." He says, "Give me a breathalyzer. I will blow nothing.
Right.
It was way too long ago. It was 2 beers. With everything that's
I'm
going
a
on.
180-pound man. I'm good.
Yeah. Totally 100% good. He gets arrested.
Because he blew?
Nope. They never let him blow. They just arrested him for DUI.
Well, that's not going to last.
So here's what happened. So they arrested him. He actually gave a blood sample at one point. I guess that's automatic. If you don't do the breathalyzer, you automatically.
Well, he didn't decline the breathalyzer. They refused to give him the breathalyzer.
Right, but I guess if a breathalyzer isn't given,
right, then you get the blood.
From what I understand,
When they bring you to the station, yeah.
automatic. Okay.
I don't know about that. I think only Vegas is the only place they can actually take your blood without your consent.
I don't know.
Quote me on that. But anyway, whatever.
He got it done, and so he gets arrested. He provides a blood sample, and this was almost 3 years ago to the day. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, the city of Fort Collins gave him $500,000 on a settlement because when they took his blood, he had 0.0 blood alcohol level.
Yeah.
So here's my question: how did he get arrested? I mean, if you had no blood alcohol in you, what made a cop arrest you for drinking and driving when you wouldn't really be? I mean, if you have no alcohol in you, can you act fucked up?
Where was this accident at? Was it in Kentucky?
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, Colorado.
No, the answer is obvious.
Rick,
because
hold on. Was it Rick? Rick, I did not say that. I'm telling you right now, no bad news about
the answer is obvious because it's subjective, because it's the police officer's discretion to determine if you've been drinking or not. So actually, it's funny you should mention that. So in Iowa, about 2 years ago, a college student was pulled over for a suspected DUI, said, I have not had one drop of alcohol. They ran him through all the field sobriety tests. He took the breathalyzer, blew a 0. He still got arrested for DUI, and guess what? Obviously, he sued the city of, whatever city in Iowa it was in, and he ended up getting a settlement. So the point is, for DUIs, a suspected DUI is at the discretion of the investigating police officer, and yeah, sometimes they're wrong. Obviously,
well,
as
why
they
would
were in
they?
this case.
Why would they run you in if you blew at 0? It just makes no sense.
Well,
I mean,
it's poor policing, is what it is.
It's some D-bag cop
poor
that's got an attitude, and
it's poor. And that cop, obviously, that cost
mean.
And that cop cost his department. It cost the city of Fort Collins $500,000 of taxpayer money. So hopefully he'll have some repercussions himself for exercising obviously extremely poor judgment. Obviously. So.
Here's the thing. I mean, if you stop with your family and to help someone who's been in an accident and you're doing your best to help, why is a cop so angry about this that he or she would, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, that they would arrest you?
Well, the funny thing to me is, like, under those circumstances, it's not like the cop pulled the family over on suspected DUI. This guy pulled over on his own, and the fact that he even opened that line of questioning for no apparent reason, that shows there's obviously something wrong with this officer who's exhibiting extremely poor judgment, obviously, right?
It just seems kind of mean.
Yeah, well, it's just, like I said, it's extremely poor judgment on the officer's part, but apparently the wake-up call was the $500,000 settlement that they had to pay because this officer...
It took 3 years to get that $500,000, which is brutal.
But that's still not bad. That's still not bad. I mean, I'd wait 3 years for $500,000.
You know what? Yeah,
I got time.
Ted,
I got time.
Ted, you absolutely would not have blood alcohol level of 0.0.
I'm on the phone with the PXG store. I have a custom fitting coming up as soon as wait, I'm going to get the settlement. Let me make sure the wire transfer comes through. Okay, now I'm going to come in.
Ted, I bet your walking alcohol level is at least 0.2. I bet at any given point in your life you could blow a 0.2, and you hadn't had a beer and a drink in 2 days, maybe 3.
Drinking and driving is wrong, Scott.
It is, I don't know what he's talking about. It is wrong. It is wrong. You would never do that, Ted. You would never do that.
And here's a pro tip.
But first of all, that guy denied. No, what are you talking about? I'm here to try and save the guy's life or aid some people.
Well, probably his mistake was being honest. Yeah,
there's my family in the fucking car right there. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Driving around drunk with my family?
So the funny thing is...
Oh, like people... Wait a minute. Like that hasn't happened? Come on.
But... yes, that's what I would be saying.
I think his mistake. Well, number one, his mistake was just admitting he had anything, even though he did, being too honest about it. But I think, but the police officer was wrong for even asking him that under those circumstances. It wasn't like he got pulled over on suspicion of DUI. He's there for a completely different reason, right?
Helping someone in an accident.
Yeah, you would think the police would be like, "Hey, thanks for showing up. We'll take over from here." Yeah, so that was kind of weird that happened. So
it almost makes you. I mean, it's one of those things when you hear these things, it almost makes you not want to help people.
Well, here's another pro. Well,
right?
think that's
no good deed goes unpunished.
Well, that's a one-off. So, but here's another pro tip. So, I guess a DUI attorney who obviously knows better than all of us said if you ever get pulled over by a police officer and they say
shoot him first,
have you been drinking or where were you early tonight? Just say the answer is I'm exercising my constitutional right not to tell you that. That's the answer.
I think the last thing you want to add is the Constitution. Just say, you know what?
That's the
nothing.
Pro tip. Yeah,
I'm not going to answer that. Don't start throwing Constitution because you sound like one of those psychos. I am not a citizen.
You're not a sovereign. I mean, this is like a sovereign citizen shit. Yeah,
it sounds a lot sovereign.
No, but you don't have to tell the police where you've been, like where I'm coming from. I'm just saying I'm going back to my house. It's not your concern. Have you been drinking? No, I have not. Why do I smell alcohol? Well, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's
Test
a you
me
problem.
and I'll blow 0 or 0.1, 0.2. Game over. Discussion over. Yeah, what about these people that are freaking half dying in the car right over there? Why are you worrying about me when you should be worrying about them?
I know. I mean, it's just hassling somebody.
We're missing context, of course, but Jesus Christ.
I tried to find as much context as I could, and that's all I really got out of it. It's kind of weird. All right. I'm guessing at this point, everyone in the world knows who Alan Ritchson is.
Didn't he play the what's his famous
so
role?
the answer is no.
No, Alan Richton. I've heard of him, but yeah.
I have no idea who that guy is.
Played Reacher.
Jack Reacher.
Oh yeah.
He's like the muscular.
Yeah, I know Jack Reacher. He's a fucking stud. I love his movies.
No, because
Yeah.
didn't Tom Cruise play Jack Reacher at some point?
Stop with the Tom Cruise thing. Yeah,
Oh, I got
so
Tom
he's
Cruise
the guy
too.
who's playing Tom Cruise, he's the guy who's playing Jack Reacher in the series.
Yep.
Yes. So I read an article about him, and I found out some interesting things. Okay. Number one, he's sober.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't drink anymore.
Anymore. That's good.
I feel like here's the thing. I feel like everyone doesn't do that now. Like that's the first big thing to say. Like I'm listening to people, all these famous people and different podcasts and different things, and the first thing they want to tell you is they don't drink anymore. It's like the first thing they talk about.
But isn't it
like,
like-
what's your favorite ice cream? Well, I don't drink it.
But isn't that like saying, hey, that's like saying,
that's not what I asked.
it's like saying I'm a good person. If you got to go to tell someone I'm a good person, that means you're a junkie. You
Yeah.
are drinking.
Yeah. So I
Just
guess
nobody's catching
I
you.
guess when he was drinking, it got a little ugly.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a
okay.
big dude.
Plus, and I didn't realize this, he broke his back twice.
Damn.
What does that mean, broke your back?
I don't even know what that means. What is a broken back? What is that like? I don't even know what that means.
I know Brokeback Mountain. I don't know what broke.
Of course you do.
Yeah, but
Is it like L4,
so
L5,
doing-
C3,
doing
C5?
stunts in for his things because he's a big guy. I mean, he's really
He's a big dude. Yeah, he's pretty
He's like
jacked up.
6'4", 6'5".
Oh, he's jacked up.
He
He's
is
jacked
a
up, yeah.
muscular mountain of a man.
He's jacked.
He is yeah.
We're talking about Chris Hemsworth type jacked up, right?
I would say
Liam
bigger
Hemsworth.
than him even. But
Okay.
yeah, but that yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess doing stunts and stuff. He broke his back twice. He's a big time action star, so that makes sense. Okay. Then I kept going with the interview because I really wanted to know a little bit more about it.
So you were listening to an interview on a podcast or something? Or?
I was listening to bits of an interview from this story that kind of talks about it.
Okay.
So I was going with it. He's working with an ADHD coach.
Okay. Which is attention deficit disorder.
Yes. Yes. And you're probably saying to yourself, hey, you know what? I know ADHD, but what's an ADHD coach?
Hey, I'm working with a putting coach.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're saying.
No, you're not. You suck at putting. If you were working with a putting coach, Ted, I would find that guy and I would kill him.
That guy should be sacrificed at on a cross somewhere because
he's terrible at what he does.
He's the worst person ever.
I kill him myself out of pity. Out of pity.
Okay, you know the guy that drove the boat and decapitated the woman? He's one step above him.
Yeah.
Just one step.
Yeah,
Just
just-
one small step, by the way. Okay? But he works with an ADHD coach. And this is what an ADHD coach is. And this is from Microsoft Copilot. An ADHD coach is a specialized form of life coaching that helps individuals with ADHD manage executive dysfunction, such as difficulties with time management, organization, and procrastination. Rather than focusing on therapy or past trauma, it provides practical, hands-on strategies tailored to how your brain works.
Okay.
Sounds like a scam, but okay.
It sounds like he's trying to avoid medicine or drugs, which is I would fully endorse, and just trying to behaviorally fix his ADHD.
Yeah, he said he was on drugs for his ADHD, but here's what. So this is what it focuses on: time management, organization, and procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just like everyday life?
Doesn't it sound like a secretary?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guy's
sounds
got,
like a secretary,
I mean, he's
right?
got all the money in the world. Why don't you just hire a personal assistant
That's exactly that's a personal
who has,
assistant. That's
answer the phone
exactly
for him,
what this
have a
sounds like.
Rolodex, you make appointments for him. Yeah, so he doesn't need a coach. He just needs a secretary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Okay.
that's exactly what it sounded like to me. It just kind of was one of those things. It's like rich people problems.
Yeah.
Well, the thing too,
That's a good
Well, here's a rule of
definition.
thumb too. So the richer you are, you know what rich people do? They don't answer their own phone. So like if somebody, like if I was like well-to-do,
You have an ADHD coach do it.
No, I never answer. Yeah, I'd have him answer by the phone for me. It's like, yeah, he could screen it for me. He's like, and if it's important enough, he'll filter it to me. If it's not, then he could just reject it. So yeah, but like I'm over here, and I don't need to hear from you unless it gets filtered through me, and I think it's important. But yeah, I'm not answering my own phone. So that's my ADHD coach.
I've never heard of an ADHD coach. No.
because it's not real. It's not
It
real.
is- It is
It's fictitious. It's
absolutely
fictitious.
the least real thing I've ever heard.
That's like a first base coach, or third base coach.
No,
Third base is
you
important.
don't
First base,
technically
no.
need a first base coach.
No. No, you don't.
Third base coach, you need because
Yeah.
your back is to the outfield.
But what does a first base coach actually do?
You know what he's there to do? Good job. Way to get on base.
Run faster.
How much
Run
does
faster.
how much does a first base coach make?
A lot.
In the-
Mo-
yeah.
Ted, more than you. and me and Scott.
And here's the funny thing: they're wearing a helmet and a uniform like as if they're a player, and they're on the field. They get to watch the whole game, and they just
it's you know what? It's that weird thing where I'm waiting for the first time I see a coach or a manager of a baseball team just not wear the baseball uniform.
Yeah, go out
just
there.
Wear something else.
Yeah, go out there in chinos and a golf shirt.
Yeah.
actually, you know what I want to see?
Yeah, I would love. I would love to see.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a second base coach. Yeah, that's that guy standing right behind the second baseman. I want to see a center fielder coach. He's just right there on the wall.
Only you would need a second base.
I mean, why
coach.
not?
I've seen Ted run the bases. If there was a guy
ridiculous.
running with him, encouraging him, and discouraging him from going back and forth, it would be helpful.
That
That's
would
how
be
bad
very
it is.
helpful. He's in the field to play, though, Ted,
Now,
so they can't be.
One
a
more
coach.
thing. Richton says he experiences injustice sensitivity.
Injustice.
Injustice.
So
Now,
he's a very empathetic person.
so once again, you're probably asking yourself, Matt, what the fuck is injustice sensitivity? And I will tell you, injustice sensitivity is a personality trait involving a deep awareness of fairness and strong emotional and behavioral reactions to perceived unfairness. It frequently appears with intense anger, a drive to fix wrongs, and a patterns of overthinking or rumination.
He sounds like a neurotic blob of
Well,
quivering mass of
it
neurosis.
sounds like a big dude who likes to beat people up, who thinks other people are being mean to people.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound too crazy. It sounds like
Does-
he's overly
is he-
empathetic.
Is he married or does he have a girlfriend? Or
He's married with kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. I love the movies.
Listen, I love every part of it. It just seems like before he got very wealthy and very famous, he probably didn't have these problems.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
it sounds like they're manufactured problems.
You think someone talked him into it? Yeah.
It sounds like there's like manufactured problems. They're not real problems.
I just think at some point you get wealthy enough to have problems.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
like I said, if he's so worried about injustice, since he's worth millions of dollars, why don't you donate to whatever injustices you think are worth your cause? Since you're obviously in a position to help. See, problem solved. No coach needed.
No, I feel like
Problem
everybody's
solved.
Big deal.
No, I just feel like everybody walks up to you is like what's the matter? It's like, oh man, I'm a little sad. Why? Oh, there's unfairness happening. Oh no,
Yeah.
you want to talk to somebody about it?
Yeah.
I would like to talk to someone. I know a guy.
Injustice. So what is that? Human injustice? People are being mistreated?
And it could be any kind of injustice.
You know?
I mean, what if you got like 2 scoops at a Baskin Robbins, but it was really a scoop and a half?
So you remember when Donald Trump?
unfair.
Remember when Donald Trump got a bigger scoop of ice cream?
Really a scoop and
So
a
remember
half.
when Trump was running for president, he got like a bigger scoop of ice cream than like whoever was running with him, and they were complaining like, "Oh, Donald Trump got a bigger scoop of ice cream than the guy with him."
It's weird that you say that because I feel like I have this weird empathetic. Like I see, like I could never work at a animal shelter. Because you see those dogs in those cages,
too sad.
and
It's sad. It is sad.
and it
It's
just
sad.
I would just break down, and sometimes in movies when bad stuff's happening,
I hate that.
I get you start to like well up and stuff.
Well,
so
more with animals than anything.
Oh
so,
yeah,
So.
and even humans, like especially with kids, when kids are being mistreated or their parents are just fucking doing stupid fucking shit, that poor kid doesn't have a fucking chance, and it just kind of
Well, that's part of the genetic lottery that we talked about several episodes back. The genetic lottery, we were kind
But
of.
no,
in
I'm
a
the same way, man.
disagreement, so,
I have trouble watching sad movies
yes,
because they're too sad.
right.
And as soon as this guy does this because like you see it, he gets revenge because his wife and daughter are killed. And I know in the beginning of the movie,
Yep.
I'm gonna watch a guy's wife and daughter for no good reason. It's
Right.
never a good reason.
Yep.
I was like, I don't want to see it.
Yep.
You know what? I'm not interested. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. If he can, or if it doesn't happen right away, he's already in his bad place. He's gonna remember it.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't want to see that,
Yep,
man. I
yep,
don't want to see
yep.
that. Yeah, I can't.
Missing
deal.
kid documentaries. I'm
Nope.
just like,
Oh fuck.
I can't. I just can't watch that
I see
shit.
stuff on Reddit all the time where it's like, stuff that's not even national news. Like this kid went here just like an average day, and then was like never seen again.
Yes,
just disappeared.
There's a series called Never Seen
They
Again.
just never seen again. Just like they were doing a
It's-
normal thing.
never
Like,
watch
and
it.
even
It's awful.
I'm talking about like a kid's
It's
talking to his
awful.
brother. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to the shed to get this tool out of the shed," and he walks to the shed in his own property.
Yeah.
Never seen again.
Right.
Where'd he go?
It happens every day.
Or kids,
100 times.
Kid calls
Probably
his house.
that's probably alien.
Kid calls his house and is like, "Hey, I'll be home in 15 minutes," and then they find his car burned out like 100 miles away for no apparent reason.
Or his bike
Never seen
on
again.
the side of the
yeah,
road.
just never seen again. What
Yeah.
happened to him?
Well, that's the movie It. I mean,
Okay,
obviously
yeah.
it's a It's a weird kind of evil clown.
Yeah.
But I don't listen.
So this guy Richardson or whatever his name is, maybe he's just he's overly empathetic.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. The funny thing is, it's not funny, but you can't. You'd go crazy if you cared about everything too much. I mean, the bottom line, think about how much injustice is in the world right this minute.
Yes.
At this very minute. Yeah, if we could wave a magic wand and make it all go away, we would, but we can't, unfortunately. Yeah, so right now, think about all the horrible things going on in places that we've never even heard of that are not going to be national news or even local news right this minute.
Just people being
right this second,
anyway.
Oh, what's that? I mean, what's that? Don't you pass up those a billboard, and it's like every 8 seconds a child is getting killed by a gun. You're just like
crazy.
Thank you. Wow, that's great. You know what I wish? I wish I didn't look at that fucking billboard.
And do you feel like you're insensitive because you want to avoid that? And I'm just like
right. Well, right. Like I can't do anything about it. I don't want that to happen.
Well,
the problem. I'm not doing that. All I can do is control my own effing actions.
The problem is people have free will. We talk about
God.
God.
People have free will.
So God says, I think the biggest question that people ask God is like, why do bad things happen to good people? And the answer is because
it's funny.
No, because the real question is
because they're not really good people.
No, because the real question is why do bad things happen to me? Because it only so when say unemployment's real, but if I'm not unemployed, I don't care. But when I'm unemployed, then it affects me. So it only affects you when it happens to you. So what you're really saying is like, why do bad things happen to me? You're not really concerned about other people. I mean, you are in a very ancillary way, but realistically, it's more about you don't want that to happen, of course, but it's more about what's if something bad happens to me, then it's like, woe is me. So because people have free will. So
I guess I would like to. First of all, I would like to make a statement. This is an important statement to me. Despite what some listeners think, I am not pro.
I'm kidding.
I am not pro cocaine. Okay,
but you're pro heroin.
No. I mean, we've had some listeners that have responded to some of the things I've said.
You're lukewarm PCP.
I'm just not anti-cocaine. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a huge difference. Okay, but for all the folks out there who might be pro cocaine, I'm going to tell you something very important that I just found out. Operation Southern Spear, which I guess is supposed to stop cocaine coming into the United States.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good luck with that.
Well, good news. Good news for all the pro-cocaine people. It's not working at all.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep, it is not working
That's a
at all.
shocker.
Yep. So I guess they were stopping it coming in boats. And this is amazing to me. Drug smugglers, they figured out another way to get cocaine into the
United
States.
Really?
Yep.
They closed their tunnel down, so now it can't come in at all?
Well, don't forget the drug smugglers actually have more money than the government. I mean, they have billions of dollars. So, as you probably know, I don't know if you know this, but Pablo Escobar, who was the biggest cocaine, obviously purveyor.
There was a great
back
movie
in the
about
80s.
him. Yeah.
So he actually had.
That's what I'm talking about.
A series or was
it was
a
a series?
He actually had so much money. He was actually burning money as firewood to keep warm. Like when he was on the run, he actually had stacks of cash to burn. That's how much cash he had. Yeah,
sounds like an urban myth, but okay.
No, I think it's real.
That seems like something. I mean, he was on the run.
Well, I mean, euphemistically, but the point is,
that's what he was burning.
But the
cash.
point is, like, if he had to be somewhere, like he was in a cave somewhere instead of burning firewood, he would just take a stack of $1 million and just burn that.
Here's a tip: if you want to,
allegedly,
how much cocaine would you? Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you guys a question. How much cocaine would you have to do when you had a choice between burning wood and burning $1 million to stay warm? It would be a lot of coke.
If you want to burn cash, have your daughter get married.
I know somebody who resembles that remark.
I tell you.
I'm just trying to get you to buy me a
You'll
drink.
Go back to wood immediately.
And I have another one in 3 months. And my daughter's having a baby at the end of the year. It's just...
Since you're such a generous guy, you could just buy me at least one drink at the end of the night. Jeez.
That's,
oh, my God.
That's why I don't have beer, because I ran out and I can't buy
You can't afford it. You don't have any pockets left. They're all sewn up.
The guy who sells golf balls over by Tam, I was getting them for my golf outing and stuff, and I tell him in this store, and he goes, well, you're paying $22 for a dozen of Pro V1s. Are you sure you can afford that? And I was like, well, maybe you're right.
Holy shit. Yeah. That's sad. All right. So
yes, it is.
Here is the age-old dilemma. Okay. Is drinking every day alcoholism?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Is breathing every day living?
It depends on what.
Yes, it is.
It depends on
there you go.
What degree you're drinking. If you're getting drunk every day, obviously. But if you have a beer after a long day, before you go to the gym or before you cut the grass.
Before you go to the gym?
Yeah.
No one has beer. Are you...
No.
Okay, I need to ask this right now.
What if you
take-
Ted, you don't go to the gym, so don't even fucking
What if you take
talk.
2 edibles? What if you take 2 edibles before you go to the gym?
Scott, are you drinking a beer before you go to the gym?
Not often, no.
What the fuck?
No.
Why would you drink a beer before you go to the gym?
I guess I never have drank a beer before I go to the gym. But you asked the question if drinking every day is you're an alcoholic. I said it depends how much you drink. If you have a beer, it's not that big a deal.
Okay, I'm saying this.
What's the answer?
Wait, no, I'm making a declarative statement. If you drink before you go to the gym, you are a fucking alcoholic.
Okay, people drink before they go to work. People drink before they go to
You're
the
an
store.
alcoholic.
People drink before they go see their girl. Everyone drinks for a million reasons.
If you're going out, if you're having a drink before you go out on a date, different thing. If you're having a drink before you go to work,
yeah, I
having a
guess
drink before you go to the gym.
that's not a good sign.
That's
You're
a
probably
bad
right.
sign, man.
So
I mean,
okay,
you're on a
let's-
date,
so
you
what
want to
if
get loose.
So what if you had one beer every night after work before you went to bed? Is that an alcoholic?
Well, here's the thing. According to Chris Toole from the University of Cincinnati College of Medicine, no, not always. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said that there are some cultures where drinking every evening is expected. And conversely, there are some really unfun ones where drinking is discouraged.
Some unfun one.
I'm assuming
They're useless.
That's not our culture around here.
Garbage culture.
I'm assuming it's Ireland is celebrated
yeah, yeah,
in Germany.
yeah.
Hey, Irish it up.
What he said, I did the Irish goodbye at the
See?
Bachelor
when he
party?
caught the bachelor party.
Yeah.
yeah. When they were on
He
our
got
way to our
he got
third,
he got on me for that.
when we were on our way to whatever bar, third bar, and it's 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing
I was
good's gonna happen.
Yeah. So we crossed the street. They went left. I went right. And the one of my nephew's roommates, really nice kid, actually a lot of fun. He goes, hey, that's an Irish goodbye. I go, no, Irish goodbye. I wouldn't have said anything. And I go, see you later, guys.
I've had enough.
So I think a couple of years ago, it was just some golf draft, and we had it at Howard Street Inn, and there was like 25 guys there, and I'm out, I'm saying hi, blah 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 blah, and then stay the night, and like most of the guys I know, some of the guys I don't know, I'm like, it's just too cumbersome to say, hey man, good to see you. I just left. Okay, so what? I said I did the
do
Irish
that
goodbye.
all the time,
I did the Irish goodbye.
I don't know if that's
No disrespect
I don't think that's an Irish goodbye. I think if you're at a bar with
When
a
you
bunch
just
of
leave.
dudes, you just leave. You're done. It's when you're at a party or something that you've been invited to, or maybe even something that you're hosting, and you just go up to bed.
hosting?
You just go up to bed.
I mean, here's the
my
thing.
wife would do that all the time. We'd be out in the back patio. We'd have people over. She goes, I'm going to go inside and check on something.
And she never see her
she would
again.
never come
That
back.
something was
Yeah.
how fast I could go to
Yeah.
sleep.
Like if you invite me to a party and there was a bunch of guys there, but you were the host, I might say, "Hey man, I appreciate you hosting the party. Thank you so much," and then I just leave. But I
you
wouldn't
would.
say goodbye to like
No,
25
you-
other
you
people.
You would slink. Yeah. Oh yeah. You would say goodbye to Scott.
Then
but you would
slink out after that.
immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and here's the thing. This guy from the University of Cincinnati, he said 2 people can drink the exact same amount weekly and have 2 completely different outcomes.
Sure.
Yeah, and he said the true measure is how much alcohol has begun to take from their lives. He said that's the measure of actual alcohol.
So it's not a health thing; it's more of a social thing. Like in terms of does
What
it
it
affect
does to
your
your
job?
what it does to your life.
It's what it takes. If you're,
What's the definition of that?
it's what it takes from
Does
your
it
life.
take your
Is it-
job? Does it take your relationship? Does it take friendship? Does it take your money?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
all those
it take
things.
your freedom?
Is it taking? What's it taking from your life?
Okay.
Because that's how you can kind of tell.
That's a good.
whether
I
the-
like that
yeah.
angle.
So if it's
I
taking
do.
nothing, then you're okay.
Right.
All is well.
Right. And he had
that
2,
means you're controlled and you don't do it at the wrong time.
Right. He had 2 big warning signs. Okay. So you ready? Does alcohol make you shittier at golf? And does alcohol make you repeat things you say on podcasts
See,
over and over and over again every fucking
Unfortunately, I didn't see that coming, Scott. I didn't see that coming, but I gotta admit, I was blindsided. That was a good one. Scott, I did shoot a 120 while you weren't here, and I'm not proud of that, but it felt like a 110. It felt like a 110.
He shot a 61 on the front and a 59 on the back
It shot-
Where?
It felt.
on Sunday.
Where-
Chevy,
at
Chevy.
Chevy?
It felt like a 105.
The course you played at least 50 times?
It felt like a 105.
Oh, my
When I looked
God.
up, I'm like, I was shocked.
At one point,
shocked.
Pete and I were riding together. Teddy was riding by himself.
We have to play with the Club Pro, which is a little pressure
Yeah.
because he's judgmental. He's very judgmental.
At one point I asked him because he played only the front 9 with us. I
He did.
go every time Ted. I asked the pro. I said, when you see Ted swing, does it make you sad every time? He goes, every time.
He did give me a tip. I said, you know what? Right now I have too much tilt, but not enough turn, so I'm working on it. So I had to balance it out. So I did it back to back, and actually, that's
I
what
thought you said you swing like a shithead.
And that's
he
what
said tilt and turn.
That's with two back to back pars. By the way, that's still with a 120. I had back to back pars.
You par 2 of the 18,
parred a par
and
3,
you still shot
and he
and a
parred
par
a par
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt like a 105. That's when I was like, wow, okay. It won't count anyway, so what's the difference?
What are you talking about?
It'll drop off.
You
gonna
are
get worse.
You are approaching Bill Turner.
Oh boy, that's
Yeah.
dangerous.
And here's the worst
territory.
thing: I was getting 22 strokes, and I still obviously lost.
I crushed him.
I didn't
gave
even
him
doing close.
22,
22.
and he got murdered. Yeah, it was actually.
So if you shoot 100, you're shooting 70
Yeah.
or 88.
Yeah.
I mean 78.
I
mean,
78.
I need to put the blades back in my
Yeah.
bag. Got to put the blades
if
back in.
If he shot 100,
Right,
I would have to shoot 5 over par to beat him.
right. And 100 is not exactly a great score.
I know,
Scott.
it's a bad score.
Yes, Scott.
It's a bad score.
What do you normally shoot?
I'm in the low 90s.
That's
I'll
good.
shoot. I'll shoot
That's good.
consistently between 88 and 95.
That's good. That's solid. That's solid.
And
So-
you've been playing really well.
yeah.
I won my golf tournament this weekend.
No way,
Nice, brother.
You didn't. How
You
do you
didn't-
not lead with that?
That was going to be
you
what's
didn't
on
tell
your
us.
mind.
You didn't
but,
tell us that.
You know, it.
Well, you know what? Let's do it then. Let's do it. What's on your mind is brought to you by Irving's Ant Farms. Have you killed every pet you have ever had or know someone who has? Try ants. Irving's Ant Farms is perfect for everyone who just can't figure out how to take care of a pet or can't find the time to have a real pet. Go to irvingsantfarms.com and try a pet you just can't kill.
So do you remember Uncle Milton's ant farms from like Toys R Us back in like the 80s and 90s? I finally got one. It was great.
You had an
I had an Uncle Milton's ant farm. So you buy the ant farm. It's got the gel. It's got the gel, which is the feed, and then you actually you order the ants through the mail order, and I had an ant farm, with the little thin, and you could see through it. And it was
Oh, yeah, we
that
had
was
ant
the cool.
farms.
That was the coolest thing. That was the coolest thing when back
we
in
had
the
it.
80s,
We
man.
had ant farms.
I love that shit.
You had an ant farm when you were a kid?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Well,
Uncle-
not me. My kid had an ant farm.
Uncle Milton's ant farm. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Google it. They still sell it.
You Google it. I'm sick of people telling me to Google
And
shit.
it was a red fire ant. You're welcome.
No one would have a red fire ant.
It was probably, no. It was a mean aggressive ant. I think it was either a black ant or a red ant. But you did not want to touch that shit.
Why do you have to bring color into everything we do? You just bring race into everything we do. You're a bad person.
I got bit by one of those ants. It wasn't fun.
The ant farm was
Aren't they
actually
supposed to be
pretty cool.
sealed up?
Yeah, but you got to open the package and put it in the little farm thing, and one got away.
Oh, I know nothing about an
Sorry.
ant farm. I wouldn't even know how to start an ant farm, what to do with an ant
Remember
farm.
the sea monkeys? Remember the sea monkey farm? Where the little magnifying thing
sea
you pour
monkey farm?
you because they're like it's like powder and you pour it in and like
I
it
thought
becomes
those are fake.
No, that's real. The sea monkey thing. That was like when we were
I
kids.
think I've said this before. Okay, I still think they're fake. I do.
Whatever.
still
I think it
they're
was
fake.
like they're dead and then they go in the
yeah,
water
yeah.
and they
They're sea
live for
monkey.
a little
They
bit.
reconstitute them. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
That was
you
the
know,
coolest
you know
shit,
when
man.
they, you know when they swim around when you shake it. It's like a snow globe.
No.
Okay.
They were like
That's it.
they were like single cell amoebas or
Look,
something.
they're
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Oh, these guys are like Olympic swimmers. Look at this thing.
Uncle Milton's
Whoa.
ant farm was the coolest shit, man.
No, 100% no. Okay, Scott, what is on your mind?
So I have this golf tournament, and I'll try and keep it as quick as possible.
No, take your time.
It's 8 guys, 4 of my high school, 3 of my high school buddies, and me. My brother, my cousin, and a couple of buds that live in the area. And we've been doing this golf outing in Gull Lake, which you know.
For how long?
This was our 30th year.
30 years, the same guys.
Congratulations.
Now, it's
man.
not the same guys.
Pretty much the same guys.
Only one guy's been to every 30. I've missed 1, and I think 2 or 3 other guys have only missed 1.
That's pretty impressive.
So, but over the course of 30 years, we went through and we've had a total of 19 guys
To fill 8 spots.
to fill 8 spots because guys can't come. They're having kids. One guy had some problems, couldn't make it.
One guy had some problems, couldn't make it.
Well, you remember I told you the story about the guy who shit on himself?
Yes.
Okay. He wasn't invited back. One year we had
So that's a good rule. You know what? That's a good rule of thumb for anybody that's doing anything.
Yeah.
If you have a regular thing, I don't know, ultimate frisbee, get together, whatever you do once a year, if one guy shows up and he gets so fucked up he shits all over himself, you know what? Find a new guy.
Yeah.
What if he has a colonoscopy bag and the bag breaks?
No,
That's different, right?
That's different. That's different.
Because he would technically shit on
First of all, you
himself.
don't have a colonoscopy bag. Colonoscopy and a bag.
It's not a colonoscopy bag.
It's a colostomy bag.
Yes.
I haven't said that term in years. You know what I'm talking about.
Colonoscopy bag.
Not being obtuse.
Ted, a colostomy bag is something that collects stuff. A colonoscopy bag would be a bag that someone brings to your house when they start sticking things in your ass.
So I can technically shit on myself,
but
it wouldn't be my fault.
Can we get Scott's story?
So and one year we had a guy that shaved his score. Wasn't invited back.
I think you're going to say balls. Holy cow.
No. I told you about the guy who was, jacking off in the Pizza Hut while we stopped for lunch.
Wow.
He's not invited back. So anyway,
I'd invite him back.
So and we play for the Yellow Jacket, so it's a knockoff of the Green Jacket. I texted you guys some pictures.
Yes, I just saw the picture just now.
You'll see. And every year we write the guy's name down on the year, up and down the jacket, and it's a big ceremony. And we play for a lot of money. Everyone chips in $80, so we've got a lot of money that we play for. And there's the Elite Bowl and par 3 contests and closest to the pin and putts and all this stuff. And I finally won. It was the first time in 30 fucking years that I won the outing. Yeah.
No way.
Wow. I tied.
Competition must be stiff. Competition must
when
be
we
stiff.
started, we didn't have handicaps. So there was 2 or 3 dudes that won it every year for like the first 10 years because they're just better fucking golfers.
Yeah.
But then we were going to the same courses every year, and so now we have handicaps 4 per course. We go back 2 years, so it equalized it. So now more people are winning and stuff. But I tied 1 year with another guy, which doesn't count as a win. But yeah, this was my first year. I was always good enough. My handicaps were always kind of in the middle, so I was never able to just come over the top. So this has been 26 is a great year,
Yeah, awesome, man.
and winning the outing was
Wow.
a big deal.
Did you win by a lot?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Who cares?
No, second place.
Who cares?
Well, it's funny. The guy I was in first place, and second place guy had this massive handicap, like 38. Okay, and
Jesus, Ted.
You can go that high?
Ted.
Yeah.
What's the highest handicap you have
Okay,
as a
so
man?
I just want to give everybody a chance to imagine this. Ted is a 30 or 31. So if this
I'm
guy's
playing-
a 38,
I'm playing
he
better
must
than my score.
fucking
well,
suck
those
on a
courses.
level.
Those courses and go like they're very fucking hard. And
Yeah,
and-
38. Come on.
I know. And
So
he's
this
not
guy
a good,
has both arms
but
and
it's
both
but
legs.
it's adjusted. But the handicap's adjusted for the course. So he's probably like a 43.
It's whatever it was. Yeah,
If it's a CGA handicap,
So
yeah,
I was actually down to him by like a dozen strokes with his giant handicap, and I was up by 14 at the turn and just put on the gas, and he shot like a 117. I shot a 91 and won it all.
117's a good score.
Yeah.
117's a good score.
Stonehenge South was the final course, and
Is that the 555?
no, that's Stonehenge
That's
North.
north. Yeah.
Yeah. That was our practice round on
Or
Thursday.
666, whatever that is.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Wow.
I think the one time was a Gull Lake on an outing years ago. We got rained out, unfortunately, like immediately, and we ended up at some local bar.
Technically, Ted won.
On paper.
The food was really good, but yeah. So I was at Gull Lake one time, which I've heard about. But yeah, unfortunately,
Ted
the weather
did
was
not
terrible.
win.
The weather was terrible.
The
that
Gull
weekend.
Lake it's
Yeah.
literally a sausage fest. It's all dudes.
Oh, yeah,
Every bar,
everywhere.
every restaurant is filled with dudes. We have this great condo right on the 18th hole on the East Course. So we're in the back playing bags and drinking and watching guys come up and smoking cigars. I mean, it's really, really fucking fun, but it's a lot more fun when you win.
It is. Everything is a lot more
Winning's
fun.
always fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ted. I am terrified. I don't even want to say this, but Ted, what is on your mind?
So what's on my mind? So I was just reading this week. So Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, what
He's
they have
prepared.
in common. So their kids, their biological kids, are dropping their last names legally, so they can't be associated with them. And I blame it on their snarky ex-wives because you know what? They picked the wrong woman in their life, and that's why they're paying for that. Because no kid's going to drop your last name, right? And we're talking these are high value men. Tom Cruise and
Ted.
Brad Pitt, these are the top echelon of men, but unfortunately they guessed wrong. They picked the wrong woman to procreate with, and that's what's going to happen. So
You're saying
hold on, Scott, are you ready for this question? Ted, does your daughter have your last name?
no, but that was by design. that was by choice, not because she hates my guts.
Oh, was that right? I didn't know that.
No, I did that because I have a very long last name that I didn't want her saddled with that I don't even like. But no, that was by design. I'm talking about Cruise and Pitt. Come on, these are and like I said, these are the biggest movie stars in the world, and the kids are dropping their last names not because they probably want to, because they were probably brainwashed by their
Wait.
angry ex-wives.
So you're blaming the wife because the kids are dropping the last name?
Well, let's think about this logically. How much do you have to go out of your way to actually legally change your last name? I know they have millions of dollars. They have all the money in the world. They could do it. But the point is the fact that they're agreeing with the parents. Obviously, there's some there, right? He should have stuck with Jennifer Aniston, right? Instead of marrying that crazy Angelina Jolie, right?
Ted, here's what I imagine.
Just saying.
Ted, you
just
are
saying.
so-
Just saying.
So judgmental. It's unbelievable.
Here's what I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine that we are going to get a lot of strongly worded emails from a lot of ladies this week. I mean, like a lot. Because I feel like you have really gone off the deep end on ladies.
And it's not the first one. I mean, he's kind of been a theme of the show
No,
today.
this is factual. This is
Yes.
factual. That's a factual thing. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. I just read this week.
I completely,
Yeah,
Ted,
so, yeah.
I completely.
I'm not making it up.
I know you're not making
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
I just feel like we're gonna really have. There's gonna be a strong contingent of people that are gonna respond to the show, and I'm guessing a lot of them are gonna express opinions. Will be ladies.
It's possible, but let me ask you this: do you think those decisions were made by the children of these two?
These are adult kids.
I have no
These
idea.
are adult kids.
These
But
are
do you think
I have no
the
idea.
mothers of both these superstar actors had some say in that, where they say, "Hey, your dad's a piece of shit. Let's drop his name," or do you think they did this on their own volition? Huh?
On their own volition.
Ted, I mean,
Well, the answer is yes. Of course, the mothers
Ted,
brainwashed
when
them.
Brad Pitt and Angelina.
It was
Jennifer
Katie
Aniston.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes for Tom Cruise, and then
Okay,
Angelina for Brad Pitt.
Okay, so from what I understand, Tom Cruise might be a little insane.
He's nuts. Yeah, he's got the Scientology thing going on.
But
Yeah,
Brad Pitt and what was his wife?
Angelina Jolie.
Okay, I mean, I don't know who was to blame for their breakup.
I don't know either.
I mean,
So, yeah.
maybe Angelina Jolie was the happiest person in the world, and when she kicked
Right.
Brad Pitt to the
because
curb.
she had remember she was banging Billy Bob Thornton for a while, and she had a vial of his blood she would wear it on her neck as a necklace,
Yeah, that
and they had
was
her
pretty
name
weird.
tattooed. Yeah, I'm sure she's completely normal. Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Well, don't forget.
You knew
Brad
that- you knew that,
Pitt
right?
and Angelina Jolie met up on the set of
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, and
Yeah.
they were both married.
Yeah. So, but the point is,
Yeah, but that's-
but she was
that's
That's Hollywood.
But she was
so,
but she was
So
crazy.
they're both fucked up.
No, but she was crazy.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
the only difference was she was hot and crazy at the time, but now she's just crazy. The hotness is gone. Now the craziness is just there, and the craziness never goes away. So, lesson learned, Brad Pitt.
All right. Before I get to what's on my mind,
Hot crazy Matrix.
here's what I would like to say.
Oh, you got something to say?
Yes. For all the women that are going to email me this week, I would like you to know that I didn't do this. So as you word your emails, try not to be mean to me, okay? Because I don't know how these people live their lives, but focus your ire on Ted, not on me. I didn't do it this time, okay? But here's what's on my mind. This is how you know you are truly stupid. A guy stole some cannonballs from Fort Montgomery, Alabama.
Cannonballs.
Cannonballs. This
Okay.
is, Fort Montgomery was
Obviously.
a Civil War
cannonballs.
a
Yeah.
Civil War fort. Okay, and he was there, and somehow he stole some Civil War cannonballs. Then, like the solid genius that he is, he packed those cannonballs into his carry-on luggage, and on his way home to either Dipshitville or Moron Town, wherever he lives, he put that luggage right through the TSA, and it got scanned. And, of course, the TSA agent, having never seen a cannonball, properly freaked out, and the entire Montgomery, Alabama airport, I don't know what the name of it is or how big it is, was shut down for hours.
Would a cannonball be mistaken for like a kettlebell? I mean, because if you've never seen it before, it's not like built with. It's just like solid ball of iron, right? Yeah, it's a ball of
kettlebell has
steel.
a handle on it.
Yeah, but the point is, it's not like got an explosive in it.
It looks like an explosive.
So you
yes.
are absolutely incorrect.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Inside a cannonball, there can be it can be explosive powder and shrapnel.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
not know that.
that's what they
I didn't
did.
know that. Okay.
Yeah, luckily, the dude who stole these, his were totally empty. But for several hours, the entire thing was shut down because
Atlanta?
No,
Montgomery,
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 Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they interviewed the TSA agent, and he kind of went through it. It was kind of funny, and he even admitted that he didn't know what it was, and he had already seen hand grenades, and I can't remember what the other thing was besides a hand grenade. And I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Saw a hand grenade coming through the fucking.
Yep. But
whoa.
when he saw the ball, and he couldn't verify what was in it or not, he freaked out.
He should.
Yeah. And
He did the right thing.
the whole thing shut down. And
So years ago, when I went go to these bowling tournaments out of state, I would
They're minting bowling balls.
no,
That's what he should have
I'd
said.
take my bowling balls through the TSA,
Yeah.
and so but they would obviously stop. They wouldn't just let it go through. They obviously open the bag and see what it is. I'm like, hey, it's a bowling ball, man. But obviously most people don't bowl, so when they see it, they don't know what they're looking at. But it kind of looks like a cannonball, except it's a bowling ball.
no, actually, cannonballs are a lot smaller.
Yeah, and they're very
Yeah, they're more like a 12-inch.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, if you ever played 12-inch
Oh,
softball
they're that small?
or
Oh, they're
I don't
that
know,
small?
like-
I thought they were bigger than that.
Yeah,
I
about
suppose you could have
about
bigger
a 12-inch.
cannonballs. I
The
mean-
the ones he got.
Oh, I
were,
thought they were like 14-inch,
Whatever.
like a mush ball.
yeah, somewhere around there. Way bigger than a tennis ball, but not like not like a kickball or anything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, much smaller than that.
Okay.
Here, let's put it this way: small enough to fit in your carry-on luggage if you're an idiot.
I just don't understand what the guy was thinking trying to pull that through
Well,
the airport. What the
I mean,
fuck?
how easy if you stole it? How easy would it have been to go to FedEx, right? Wrap it up.
Like bubble wrap,
nicely.
yeah, bubble wrap it, yeah,
wrap it up,
shrink
wrap it
wrap
up
it,
nicely.
yeah. Yep.
Oh, what's in here? Oh, 2 vases or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. Two.
It's a paperweight.
Decoration balls. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They would never. No one would ever look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
In the whole wide world.
Yeah,
But that's how he got busted.
that's how he rolls.
Yeah.
So,
And unfortunately, I don't know if you know this. That is a federal, like a.
You can go to
federal-
jail for that shit.
Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
how about
he's-
prison?
No. So it's like a federal protected.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
like federally protected. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's a
it's a
federal place.
historical landmark.
Yes, historical landmark.
Yeah,
So it's a federal
obviously,
historical
yeah.
landmark.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So he's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Well, plus he's carrying illegal contraband in, so causing that airport to get shut down. I'm sure there was
That cost-
major fines. And,
Everything costs money. Everything costs money. All right. Listen, Scott, it's great to have you back. I just want to say
Who
this.
are you?
Being in the room, being on the show with Ted by himself, it's something I haven't done a lot recently.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
I wish I was shot with a cannonball, but there was none around. So
Ted, if there was a goddamn cannonball, when you asked him, like 5 minutes after I asked him one question, and you re-asked him the question, I would have shot you with a goddamn cannonball.
But that'd be kind of funny. Like, how did this guy die? He got killed by a cannonball. I'm like, yeah, admit that's kind of cool. It would just be the weirdest thing.
happy to be back. Sorry, missed last week.
No,
Well, you had more important things to do. You know,
Listen,
Yep.
shit happens, man. Sometimes your kids get married,
Yeah.
and you have to kick everyone's ass in golf.
It's been a busy couple weeks.
okay.
Yeah. All right. So the deal is, I got a lot of things on the hopper. I haven't told you guys yet because nothing is locked in stone. I got some.
How about a little tease?
Some people disappointed me in things. Yeah. So you know what? Nobody's committing to anything.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm going. You know what? I'm going a little bigger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to go a little bit bigger.
Nice.
So you know what? Hopefully it'll work out. All right. So you guys say goodbye.
See you later.
Have a good day.
All right. Keep listening, and we love you guys. Keep enjoying.